Hey everybody, it is studio tour time. It's been a while since I've done a studio tour. Some of the stuff in here has changed, some of it not so much if you've been following me for a while. But people always ask what my streaming office looks like, so I thought, let's go. Plus what all the cool stuff I have in the background is, and I know it's always like bokeh affected out in the background, so let me show it. So we'll start right over here. These are some stuff I've had in the back for a while. This is Rey's staff from Star Wars. It is 3D printed and hand painted with some cool like leather and cloth accents on here as well. This is what I used when I did my Rey cosplay. It's very large and I don't know where else to put it, so it lives propped up against against the corner here. This is my master sword. Dun, 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 dun. So you can see here it is a beautiful, beautiful sword. This is kind of a padded leather and wood sheath that I have here. I'm gonna set that just off to the side. So here you can see some really, really nice etching in here. This is pretty heavy. It is leather here on the hilt as well. And looks really, really, really nice. I love it. You know, it's not super, super sharp, I would say, but also don't stab somebody with it. That would hurt a lot. Put that right back here. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I have it with me at all times. Here, and this was an anniversary present a little while ago from my husbando, not this year, one of the other years. This is the staff of Gandalf the Grey. Now, this is pre-Lord of the Rings cinematic trilogy and more of a replica of during the Hobbit series of films. And you can tell the difference because this has a lot more of kind of the branching at the top. These haven't been worn off in the Battle of Five Armies yet. You have Gandalf's pipe stored right in here. I wouldn't use it as a weapon. It could probably legit hurt somebody, but it is a beautiful, beautiful replica, and I am happy to have added it to my collection. So that sits just back here as well. Now, what's on these shelves behind me when I'm streaming changes from time to time, but at least right now, I've got a DC Bombshells Wonder Woman. I've got another Wonder Woman over here riding on a horse into battle. I have Claptrap from Borderlands 3. I have a Nuka-Cola from Jones Soda that is now so old, it's probably not good to drink anymore. But that's okay, it's just a display for me. Anyway, I have Red from Transistor. I absolutely love that game. I have an award I won for my Amazon Live streaming. It was very, very kind of them to gift me that for the year 2020. I have a standard, also not licensed health and mana potion. If it makes you think of a game, say Diablo, that's totally accidental. And I have a little dragon here holding a D20. That D20 is removable. And again, he's something I can keep back here even if I'm doing hosting for a client or something like that that doesn't want any IP in the background. So this is the latest addition to my studio, and this was my last anniversary present. This is my Captain Carter shield. So my husband and I have now been married 6 years, and the 6-year anniversary traditional present is iron, so getting something metal is a perfect fit. I don't know that it's specifically iron, but that's okay. I'll let it pass. I'm a huge Peggy Carter fan. Definitely a big Captain Carter fan from both the comics and now What If as well. And I love that it's got battle damage on it. This was made by a very, very talented Etsy seller who is not currently taking commissions as far as I know. But you can see it has leather straps here on the back. It is a little heavy. So if I do put together a Captain Carter cosplay, I'm gonna have to get like real swole before I carry this baby around all day. Now, my goal is to have this mounted on the wall to kind of fill some of this blank wall space. I have not figured out exactly how I want to do that yet. So for right now, it just sits right down here. All right, now moving in through the studio over here, I have my YouTube button for hitting 100,000 subscribers. And I have these cool 3D paper dragons. There is an Etsy seller who sells these for like $10 and they just stick right on your wall and they are so cool and I love them. I have Jessica Rabbit. She is a Big Fig. So for a while, I don't know if Disney still makes Big Figs. They made these pretty large figures. There's a whole variety of them. They're all limited edition, but the Jessica Rabbit Big Fig lives in the background of all my videos to remind people not to judge others based on appearance. She's not bad, she's just drawn that way. Love that messaging. As a woman that works on the internet, I feel like and really anyone who works on the internet, you are often judged by your appearance first. So this is a nice reminder not to do that, not to take things at face value. And I have my Keyblade! It is an actual metal Keyblade. So you've got the chain, you've got the Mickey there. I am a Kingdom Hearts fan. I think that the randomness and humor in those games is just delightful. I know it's not for everybody, but the fact that you can summon Disney amusement park attractions to slaughter your enemies is hilarious to me. And Donald Duck is always angry, and it's always funny. Moving on! The first PC, and this is the one that's kind of featured in the side of all my videos, is a DIY build. This is my streaming PC of my 2-PC setup. I power my games on another PC, then use a capture card that's within this one, the Elgato 4K 60 Pro Mark II, to capture my content and then stream it out to the world. So this is my streaming PC. I love it. If you want to see full specs for this, I will put them on screen now. There they are. I've upgraded it a couple times over the years. I originally built this for the How to Build a PC panel for TwitchCon, which I was a speaker on, and it was so cool. We helped somebody build a PC for the first time live during the panel, and then we're like, happy birthday, it's yours! And it was the girl's actual birthday. It was very, very cool. But anyway, this is my version that I have built and then upgraded a bit over the years. The keyboard and mouse pad and everything like that that's over here is strictly for the streaming PC, which means this is not my gaming setup. This is just the unicorn RGB goodness that is to put out my broadcasts. You'll see over here I have a Kingston workstation. This is great for dumping footage quickly from multiple sources. So I love that. I have my Pixel Buds here, which, fun fact, when I'm hosting and I need a producer to be able to talk to me in my ear while I'm hosting, Pixel Buds work great. And they are what I have found to be the best Bluetooth buds that pair with my PC. So these pair with my PC. So it might be funny because a lot of people think of buds as to pair with the phone, and they certainly do that well as well. But specifically for what I do for a living, these stay right here by my PC. This is so fun too. I have the Xbox controller that I use when I play PC games. Now you might be saying, Trisha, why not the Elite Series 2? I love the Elite Series 2 controller, and I use that with my console. But for PC gaming, this is a specialty designed Wonder Woman 1984 Xbox controller. And I didn't love the movie. I love the design so much though. So this is what I use. Over here next to the streaming PC is my podcasting and voiceover mic. This is the Shure MV7. Now what I like so much about this mic, there's volume controls on the top of it if I want to do that. But it's both USB and XLR. So it is a very high-end yet still USB mic if that's an interface you're more comfortable with. And I don't have a separate XLR mixer, so this works great for me. I have the pop screen and I have it on the arm so that when I am recording, I can bring this back up. But this is not the microphone that I use to stream. This is the microphone that I use to stream. This is the Samsung C03U. This is a very old microphone, and when I received it many moons ago, I received it secondhand. But it is still absolutely awesome. I can be very far away from the mic and it still picks up my voice clearly with not a lot of background noise. And for that, I appreciate it. Now the C03U is hard to find nowadays. It's omnidirectional, and it has different settings you can put it on as far as the direction it's capturing, so it's ideal for musicians. They currently make the C01U, which is just a directional mic, and that is still available. And I know a lot of streamers who use that as well. So I have that here. Now just behind these two monitors, this is the PC that does not get the love because it's not on camera most of the time. But this is the PC that does all the heavy lifting. This is the Alienware Aurora R10 desktop. I have upgraded it, so it now has an RTX 3090 in it. And this is what powers all of my video games. So when I'm streaming PC games, this PC is running the games, and then it's being fed via capture card into my streaming PC, which is then sent out to the world. Thank you, Alienware Hive, for keeping me supplied with awesome products all these years. For those of you who don't know, Alienware Hive is like the influencer community for Alienware. I've been a part of the Hive for many, many years, and it is partially how I've been able to create my content over these years. So I'm eternally grateful to Alienware, and I really like their products. So speaking of Alienware, I've got a nice Alienware ultra-wide monitor here. I've got my keyboard and mouse that I do actually use for gaming here, and of course those are Alienware as well as the extra large full desk. Yes, I have my Stream Deck here to switch back and forth, but as far as the camera goes for my stream, I use a Sony a6400 with a Sigma 16mm 1.4 lens, and that gets me, you know, that really nice blurred background effect that is, I think so many content creators really like to go for. I did a lot of research before I went with that, and that's what I decided to go with. So then of course I have a cam link device to feed that into my streaming PC as a live video feed. But I really like the look of this. This was an upgrade that I made within the last year, and I'm really, really happy with it. What I was using as a camera prior to that is the Logitech C920. I feel like everybody's got a C920. This is still one of my favorite devices. So I was using this as my main cam. Now I use it as my secondary cam. I will rotate this kind of all over the place, and if I need a top-down shot for tech demos, stuff like that, this can be all of those different things because I have it on this arm. And when I don't need it, I can just easily push it out of frame, and it is no problem. And then I have a little stand here for my Pixel, so that when I'm streaming, I can pop this on here and it immediately puts it into do not disturb so that I can stream without a second thought. Little last minute on camera things. I have like a little spray for electronics and glasses if I need to clean my lenses. I have some chapstick if I need it. I have this pomade that a hair and makeup artist friend of mine said was really good when you have flyaways. I probably don't use it correctly. That's not really my jam. And I have these blotter papers. So if I look shiny on camera, I can take care of that. I also have my prescription gunners here. And my prescription gunners are my favorite when I'm gaming late at night so that I don't end up awake all night. P.S. If you are looking at getting gunners, I am a Gunners affiliate and I'll put that link in the description if you're interested. And then just underneath all of this on camera stuff, I have like my networking tower. It's not the best. It desperately needs to be upgraded, but I'll get there eventually. And then my seat that I spend most of my life in is right here. I should also mention that when I stream from consoles, because I don't exclusively stream PC games, when I stream my consoles, excuse my horrific cable management, I try my best from time to time. It's not looking great right now, but you can see lots of different controllers. I have the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and my Nintendo Switch all down here and fed through an HDMI switch to my capture card so that I can switch between consoles on the fly when I do variety streams like the Indie Game Showcase that I stream every Tuesday to my Twitch channel, for example, and need to switch between games or consoles quickly. That works out great for me. So this is my studio. This is the chair in which I spend most of my time. This is the room in which I spend most of my time. Just over in that direction, directly across from me, I do have a closet that is very messy. And then up at the top, that's my cosplay boxes and all of my costume and prop storage for when I do cosplay, which I don't do professionally, but I do for fun. So all of my world pretty much is stored in this room. And if you have any questions about any of the streaming equipment or any of the collectibles or anything else that I have in here, feel free to ask them in the comments. All right, everyone, thanks for spending a little behind the scenes time with me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.